folks, and we are basically, we'll just say 90% done, 95% done with the tiny house. It is basically move-in ready. I have a couple things I still need to do here and there, odds and ends. I want to add a little bit more to the deck and get that sort of split out going both ways, but all in due time. But it is ready to go. We are actually getting ready to start moving our daughter in here, and have already started doing some of that today. I'm going to show you around and give you a little bit of a tour of what we've got done, and that way you can sort of see everything that we have completed. So let's get going. So before we go inside, I'm basically just going to show you sort of the outside of what we got done going on. And this is our meter, or this is the meter base. This is actually where the meter is going to go. The power company still has to come and put the meter in. So we do not currently have power from the power company. However, one thing that I made sure to do is I decided to go ahead and put some breakers on the outside. And this is a 50 amp breaker, and this breaker feeds this plug. This plug is a 50 amp plug that allows me to backfeed and run it off of a generator. So that is exactly what we are doing now to supply power to the tiny house, so that we could get everything up and going, so that we can test everything and make sure it was all good. The county that we live in does not give us power until they give us the CO. So you can't even get what you call a TCO, or a temporary certificate of occupancy, to be able to get power. Other counties around us do that, but this particular county that we live in does not. So the only way for us to be able to get power to it and test everything prior to getting the CO from them, and instead of having all the different trades come back in and test, is to power it by a generator. So I've got a nice size generator that powers everything up, and we're able to get it tested. This right here is the outside line for the mini splits. So we have two mini splits. I got one here, and then on the other side of the building there's another mini split that has the same line that runs down. And I'm eventually going to take that and paint that. It's what they call line hide, and I'm going to paint that black to match the building, so it hides it a little bit more. And then up top, up here, you see one here, and you also see over here, those are exhaust vents for the septic system. So you have to be able to have that exhaust out. So we have that coming out of the building. I want to make sure I took that out of the side. The one thing that we did on the main house, which I didn't realize until after the fact, is they took it out of the roof, and I wanted it to go out of the actual side of the building, because I didn't want to impede any potential for any water coming in on the roof side. So that'll be something we have to monitor on the house. Main house, but not something that we have to worry about here. Also, like I said, the utilities have been ran, so everything is there except for the power. I even have the internet. So I have the cable company actually came and they installed their cable, and I've got all that run up under there as well. So I don't know if you can see that. So that's in. So we have internet inside of the tiny house now. And then I also took and ran all the way down there is the water line comes down and the power line comes down. So all that's completely ran. So we're going to fire up this generator, and we're going to walk inside, and we're going to get this thing going so you can see exactly what we've done. All right, so we are now inside the tiny house. Let there be light. So here we go. So we got light. So I've got, the way I ended up wiring it is each section inside the main living area has its own switch. And then over here above the kitchen area, it has its own switch, as you can see. So that way, no matter who's in here and where they're at, if they want a lot of light or they want to minimize the amount of light, they can do that by just flipping the different switches and turning each section on or off. And then obviously you got the fan. It's got its own switch and a little light, but with as much light that's in here, I don't know that we actually are going to really need that, but we got it. So something else we have is this is the washer, dryer, and water heater area. As mentioned in previous videos, I decided to get a light put in there as well, so we can turn that light on and off if we need it on or off. So the washer and dryer is in. The stove is in, it's powered, it's good to go. This is going to be where the refrigerator goes, so we've got the water hookup here, and then several outlets in the kitchen area for the different things that you're going to put on there. Microwave, air fryer, coffee pot, whatever it is you decide you want to, or they decide, we decide we want to run inside of here. We have plenty of outlets to be able to serve that purpose. There's one of the mini splits in the main living area, and then like I said, in the bedroom there's another one as well. And then we went with putting the TV and the outlet on the wall, so I'm going to be putting a mount on the wall for a TV probably tomorrow to get that put in, and that way this will run. So I'm going to put up an antenna at some point in time, and the antenna will run to that coax cable and plug into the TV. So you'll be able to stream stuff through the internet, but also have local television through the coax cable. So as mentioned in previous videos, this is the attic area. So I basically got a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood, and took that piece of plywood, mounted it to some hinges, and here we go. This is the attic area. Put a light up here, that way it was nice and easy to be able to see up there, and we can store anything we want to in the attic area. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn that light off. And then I just put like a small clamp right here, so it'll clamp in, and then a little carabiner basically locks it and keeps it for now. And then this ladder will obviously not be here forever. It is the way that I will access that area up there, but we're not going to keep it there because we don't need to always get up there. For the most part, anything that's going to go into the attic is just going to be storage for periods of time or holiday items, so on and so forth. Let's move on. We did install a doorbell. So there's a doorbell. You have your smoke detectors, which is code. Something we made sure to do is have lots of lights. So we installed lights in the hallways. We got lights in the bathrooms. We have 3 lights. You have the light above the vanity. You have the light in the center, and then you have the fan light. I had them wire the fan light as one. That way, when you turn it on, the fan and the light come on at the same time, and then you can turn it off. That way you know the fan's off. One thing we did in the main house was it was actually wired separately, and there's a lot of times where the fan will stay on because it's really quiet and you might not realize it. So in this case, I had it wired that way you know if that light is on, then that fan is on. So we went ahead and took care of that. So that is the bathroom area, and it is completely done. Well, I say completely done. You can't see me in the mirror, can you? So I now have to add a mirror still. That's about the only thing left to do there. Here's our main panel in the main hallway area, and we're eventually probably going to put a mirror here as well. It'll cover the panel, and when you come by the hallway, you can use that mirror if you need to, and it just pretty it up a little bit. And then lastly, we have the bedroom. So we come in, got the bedroom area. I built a desk, so that way my daughter can put her computer, or whoever can put their computers on there. Like I said, the Wi-Fi is already in, so I've already got it ran, and the booster's there, and it's plugged into the wall, so we are good to go with that. The mini split itself is up there as well, so that is good to go. And then everything runs off of like either switches or the remote controls. So in this case, we got the remote controls for both. This is the fan as well as the HVAC remote control. So you got the fan that works quite well, and then we can take the light and turn the light on and off if we wanted to turn the light on and off. But in this case, there's so much lighting, you don't necessarily have to have it. Like I mentioned before in previous videos, I installed the 4 lights there. I also put up here, there's a light. So if we wanted to turn these lights off and have just the light above the desk area, we have that capability. And then turn that off. And then over here, you have the closet area. So, and it's not much to the closet. We've got 2 lights in the closet. There's not much really there. It's all done. As you saw in the previous videos, I installed all of the flooring, did all the painting. I'd venture to say about 80% of this building, as you've seen from other videos, I took care of and did myself. I had to obviously go and go to the different trades to get them to do things. So my best friend owns an HVAC company, so he took care of installing all of the mini splits. I hired an electrician to take care of the electrical, hired a plumber to take care of the plumbing, and then I've tried to hang drywall in the past and have royally screwed that up. So I hired somebody to do the drywall. But outside of that, everything else I took care of it myself. And it's worked out quite well. Saved a really good, decent amount of money doing a lot of stuff on my own. And luckily I was able to do so. So it's been a real blessing to be able to do this and to share this with everybody. So let me just say thank you very much for joining us on this journey. And we look forward to continuing to add to this building and showing you more of what we're going to do here as well as throughout the entire farmstead.